I swear guys be telling on themselves, because why would you say I'm not like the other guys? Do you know how many other guys said that? If you're really not like the other guys, you don't have to say it. Because when you do say it, I'ma just think you're the leader of the other guys.
What's crazy is, man, I used to be one of those dudes that would make those cliche statements like, I'm not like the other guys. I used to do that like back in college, but man, she's right, man. Like when you do things like that or make those type of statements that you not like the other dudes, you ain't letting your actions speak for you. You know what I'm saying? Because when you have to make a statement like that, it's almost like you're trying to say, hey, am I better than the other dudes you mess with? Anytime you gotta ask like, am I better in bed than the last dude? Or anytime that you're trying to compare yourself to another dude, or maybe you're trying to say, hey, I drive this BMW, or I live in a 5-story condo. Anytime that you bring up something that's not about yourself, in a sense of bragging purposes, you're trying to use it to get an upper hand, a woman is gonna pick up on that. And that's one thing you gotta learn as a man. Never try to give yourself an upper hand in the sense of your wordplay, your mouth play. Always let your actions speak. Hey, straight up, a woman is gonna know if you're different than the other dudes because of your actions and the way you move. Let her see that, because a woman cares more about your actions. She wants to see how you move. She don't care about what you're saying. Just the same way we look at women the same way. We don't care about what she's saying. We looking at what she's doing. A woman is looking at what you're doing as well. So to sit there and say, oh, I'm not like the other guys. Yes, you are. You're just like them. You know what I'm saying? So to make that type of cliche statement is stupid. You gotta let your actions speak. See, what we gotta understand is, I've said this many times on this channel, like women love mystery. They love, guys that are mysterious, guys that don't tell everything up front. And when you make a statement, I'm not like the other guys, you're not being mysterious. Mysterious men move in silence. Let your actions talk. Let her wonder. You know what I'm saying? Because when a woman has you figured out, it's game over. She lost. And guess what? When you make a stupid statement like that, I'm not like the other dudes, she's gonna lose respect for you. Like she said, I'm gonna think you the leader of those type of dudes. Don't ever make a statement like that. Continue to move in silence. That's what women find to be hella attractive. See, one of my favorite artists is Future, right? And I want to take this to a bigger point. And he always says, I don't believe in hype. And the thing is, when you do a lot of this, a lot of talking, a lot of times people don't back that up. That's why you gotta let your results speak for yourself. When you let your results speak for you, man, people are gonna believe in you so much because they always know that you up to something. They don't know what, but they know that you know what I'm saying, that you taking care of business. And when it comes to women and dating and stuff like that, you don't want to be talking about everything that you're doing or that you got going on. Let the women discover that. Women love mystery. Women need to, they hate being bored. You know what I'm saying? When a woman gets bored, that's the second she gonna dip or, veer off to something else. That's why you got to continue to let your actions talk. Too many men out here try to get the upper hand by saying, oh, I'm different than the other dudes. Oh, I do this. I got this car. And you're not letting your actions speak. Because if you really about that life, you ain't got to say nothing. But when you really not about that life, that's when you open up your mouth and you try to talk a good game. Oh, I'm this, I'm that. I'm probably better than the other dudes. I'm not like the other dudes. When you have to bring up the other dudes, that means that you lacking something. Because really what you're trying to see is, when dudes make a statement like that, because I just thought about this, when dudes make a statement like that, really in your head, you really asking her, hey, am I better than the last dude that you messed with? Hey, am I good enough for you? So what you're doing is, really what you're saying to her is, hey, can you please validate me because I don't feel good about myself? This is why it goes back to mindset. Focus on yourself. Focus on moving in silence. You ain't got to do all that talking. Focus on becoming a better person, because when you do that, you don't have to make these statements looking for that validation. See, that's the new trick dudes do now. They try to say, oh, I'm not like the other guys, because you want to get a response out of her to say, yeah, you're not like the other guys. You're better than the other guys. And now she got you feeling good. And now you feel good about yourself, but you really don't feel good about yourself. You just want to be validated from her. Validate yourself. See, this is why it always goes back to your mindset and the way you think. Because if you really love yourself, you wouldn't have to make statements like that. See, dudes who don't believe in themselves make statements like that. because they don't know how to move in silence. They know how to move with this because they not really focused on themselves, so they gotta make up for it by talking a good game. See, when you ain't really got nothing going on in your life, and when you're out with women or whatever you're doing, you know what I'm saying, a lot of times you're gonna try to make up for it by trying to talk a good game and try to convince the women that you're the best, that you're number one. But really, you don't believe that you're number one because your energy is showing that you not number one. If you got that number one energy, what I mean by number one is you put yourself first. You know what I'm saying? You got to have that put yourself first type of energy, that abundance mindset, believing that you are that dude, you are that guy. Because if you really are that guy, your results will speak. Kobe didn't have to tell people he was that dude. Mike didn't have to tell people he was that dude. You know what I'm saying? Like, these guys, Patrick Mahomes ain't got to tell people he's that dude. Joe Burrow ain't got to tell people he's that dude. The result, Stetson Bennett, shout out to, you know what I'm saying, shout out to Georgia, but Stetson Bennett ain't got to tell people he that dude. The results are going to show. And a lot of times us men, we talk a good game, but see, with women, they pick up on that. They can see that you don't have respect for yourself. They can see that you need validation from them. So now they, again, like I say, they're going to hold that over your head because you're not letting your actions speak. You're doing a lot of this, making a statement like, oh, I'm not like the other guys. Oh, I'm better than the other. Like, what do you want her to say to that? Like, oh, you are better than the other guys. Come on now. You know what I'm saying? Let your actions speak. When you got to sit there and talk up a good game, man, you really talking yourself out of what you want, to be honest. And most men don't even realize that. So sometimes you just got to close your mouth. Let your actions speak. Eventually, your actions will show her that you're different. Because most dudes are going to try to convince a woman that they are that dude. They're going to try to talk about the cars that they got and how much money they make. Don't ever do none of that. You know what I'm saying? Because all you're telling a woman is that you don't feel good without all these exterior things. Oh, I'm that dude. I'm different. Man, don't do none of that. Let your actions speak. You know what I'm saying? Ask her questions. Figuring out if she can fit into your life. See, we be so busy trying to prove ourselves to see if we can fit in their life. Oh, I'm not like the other guys. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on now. Like, how does that even sound? What do you want her to say back? Oh, you want that validation. See, guys, people will never live up to your unrealistic expectations. This is why you have to put those expectations into yourself. Because at the end of the day, if you don't put yourself first, who will? Think about when you make a statement like, I'm not like the other guys. It's almost like a hurt dog. Have y'all heard the saying, a hurt dog will holler? What's the point of you even making a statement like that? You know what I'm saying? Like, why are you making a statement that you're not like the other guys? Did she ask you a question to say, hey, are you like the other guys? Because if you're making a statement like that out the blue, what is she going to think? Come on now. The same, like there's no reason to make a statement like that. You're just screaming out, hey, please validate me. Please validate me. So if you're making a statement like that, please stop doing that, because I ain't gonna lie, I was doing that back in 2013, 2014. I was making statements like, oh, I'm not like the other dudes. Or, I'm not like these other guys you date. But again, when you're still saying that in 2023, you're screaming that you need to be validated. You're screaming that you don't feel good about yourself. You're screaming that you fear losing her. And that's what really it is that scarcity mindset coming out. See, a lot of us don't have an abundance mindset. So we feel like, man, this is a real beautiful girl, man. She looks so good. It's the best thing I've ever dealt with. And I feel like I don't want to mess that up. So I got to let her know that, you know what I'm saying? I'm not like the other guys. But no, let her know that you're not like the other guys by doing you, by moving in silence. You know what I'm saying? By keeping it real. You ain't got to make all these, oh, I'm not like the other guys. Come on now. We ain't making those type of statements in 2023. That's dead. All right, guys, so that's my video for today. I definitely appreciate all the new subscribers to the channel, guys. Guys, make sure you continue to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel, guys. And I'm gone.